Peace, everybody. How are y'all doing? Back at you with another video. Let me get the sun glare out of here. Back at you with another video. And I know it's been a while, but today I wanted to talk to y'all about the upcoming full moon in Aquarius. Now, the sign of Aquarius deals with our humanitarian natures. Aquarius energy deals with social networking. This is where we get into the concept of Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. I already said Facebook. All our social media apps, Snapchat, all of this is connected to Aquarius. Because as we know, Aquarius deals with the technological side of life. It deals with computers, it deals with the cell phone that I have in my hand right now, gadgets, all that stuff. A lot of scientists, a lot of smart people are Aquarian people. Now, another positive aspect of Aquarius is, like I was saying, the humanitarian aspect. So we, through the kindness of our hearts, are able to give freely without expecting anything in return. That aspect of Aquarius being aloof and detached means that Aquarius is also detached from worldly affairs also. So, and in a lot of different ways, that can mean that the aloofness of Aquarius could deal with they don't really care about people, and they feel that because they're so unique, because Aquarius is ruled by Uranus, which deals with individuality, which deals with eccentricity and uniqueness. Because they are so unique, they feel that they are different than everybody else in the world. And the alien archetype of being a rebel not a rebel without a cause, but just being a rebel and being an outcast, an alien. That is an aspect of Aquarius energy. The detachedness and the aloofness, which is why a lot of Aquariuses like to be with themselves. Now, with the moon being here in Aquarius this upcoming August 12th, so this upcoming Friday, I believe, is when we will be experiencing the moon in Aquarius. What does this mean? So the moon deals with our intuitive energy. It deals with our nurturing energy, our ability to care for others, our ability to feel our emotions before we project them outwardly. So with the moon being here in Aquarius, it's going to be a full moon. And a full moon means is that it's in opposition with any sign that the sun is in. And the sun is in Leo. We are in Leo season. So with this configuration, we're going to be experiencing an opposition with Leo. Now, the moon opposing the sun is essentially a full moon. And a full moon is a time to release. It is a time to release any past traumas. It's a time to release any bottled up emotions. It's a time to also be motivated, and it's a time to move whatever you're trying to move forward into your life. It's a full moon energy. The moon is the most powerful planet in the zodiac wheel. So with that being, it's the closest to the earth, so it has the strongest influences because it influences the waters, which is why it controls the tides. So the moon is going to be here in Aquarius, which means we're going to be playing out Aquarian energy based upon our feelings. We're going to feel like we want to be a service to the world. We're going to feel like we want to maybe detach ourselves for a moment, because, you know, the moon works in cycles. They stay in a sign every 2 days. So this is where the energy of mood swings come into, because people don't realize is that the moon's moving so fast, is that based upon your own individual energy, you're going to be affected by this in different ways. For example, if you're a Gemini, which is an air sign, just like Aquarius, you're going to be feeling a trine energy. And a trine energy is a positive aspect, but the difference that makes this positive aspect different from a sextile is the fact that with a trine, you are more subject to laziness. And also, like, let's say you're naturally good at something. So because you're naturally good at something, you feel like you may not have to work as hard on it, and you may feel like you could just put it to the side. Like it's just something that you just do naturally. Well, because of a trine energy, because you do have this ability, you may feel like you don't want to use it because it's too easy. No, this is the time where you need to master your emotions if you're a Gemini. Because if you're a Gemini and you master this energy, you're going to be able to take control of your emotions and not even just dealing with aspects of Aquarius moon energy playing out, but just you being a Gemini and having this energy trine you, you're going to have an access to, be able to communicate your emotions better. Especially since you being an air sign, you'll be able to communicate this better. But that's just an example for Gemini. But with the moon being in Aquarius in general, we're going to feel these energies. We're going to feel humanitarian-like. We're going to feel slightly aloof. We're going to feel like we want to connect to people on a social level. For people who may be more introverted, you may feel a sense of wanting to be a little more extroverted this time around. Now, sometimes this just all depends on which house you have Aquarius in. So let's use me for example. I have Aquarius in the 12th house. So 12th house deals with dreams. It deals with isolation from the world. It deals with creativity. It deals with creating too. And it deals, like I said, with the dream world. So at this time for me, and the thing that makes me unique in this situation is I'm also an Aquarius sun sign. So the moon going into Aquarius, I'm already going to feel what I need to work on internally. I'm already going to feel what I need to project. I'm already going to feel this sense of what I already am, an Aquarius sun sign. So it's going to be easier for me to have a control of my energy because it's a conjunction. So it creates a new moon energy in my chart, which means that this is going to be a time for me to be able to create a new sense of how to project my emotions and how to control my emotions also at the same time. If you're an Aquarius sun sign or Aquarius, or even if you are an Aquarius moon, these energies will apply to you also. Now, with it being in the 12th house, for me, I'm going to have more of a sense of wanting to create. I may want to connect with people on a musical level, which I'm in the process of doing right now. Just left from Guitar Center, met a musician who's a piano player, offered me to come to their church, come watch them play. Now, if I get a chance to get to that, then that'll be an energy of the 12th house, the moon being in the 12th house for me. Now, because we're dealing with Aquarius, which is connected on a social level, and then we're dealing with the 12th house, which is music, which is creativity. So that's an example for me. It's a perfect example that just played out. Even though the full moon is not in Aquarius right now, it's a segue. It's an energy that could lead up to that. And since it happened before the full moon in Aquarius, it's going to propel it even stronger if I decide to go with that energy. But it just depends on where you have Aquarius at. And also, another thing I want to point out is that this moon is going to be squaring Mars and Uranus in Taurus, which, with it squaring Uranus, the moon being in Aquarius, squares like a negative aspect. Not as bad as an opposition, but you're going to have to make a quick decision. You're going to have a challenge. So this challenge is going to be you're going to maybe have a hard time accepting your uniqueness. You may have a hard time, sorry about that, y'all. You may have a hard time connecting with your uniqueness. And then with it squaring Mars, you may also have a hard time controlling your anger. So with the moon being in Aquarius, you're going to be aloof. So you're not even going to want to give a fuck. This is going to be energy of I don't give a fuck what happens. I'm just going to be angry and I don't give a fuck what nobody thinks. So you got to make sure that you don't jump into that energy too. And with that, I'm going to head out, y'all. And be looking forward to more videos soon. I'm glad I could finally get a chance to make videos so I can connect with y'all again. And I'll catch y'all later. Peace. Also, if y'all need a reading, still hit me up at onelovejaw36@gmail.com. The description will be in the link below. The link will be in the description below. All right? Peace.